Hello everybody, in today's video we're going to work on a Canon A-1. It's in pretty good cosmetic shape, as you can see here. The seals are new. The only observable issue that I could find with the camera, I've tested the light meter and shutter speed separately, is a pretty bad squeal, both from the winding and a unit here as well. So I'll demonstrate. So I'm gonna wind it, hold the lever down below, and you can certainly hear it. That's going to basically affect your aperture and the picture taking basically process and accuracy when it comes to your photos. So we're gonna have to take care of that, and obviously since we're there, we'll also take care of the mirror mechanism lubrication, which is on this side here. So let's go ahead and get going. It's going to be a pretty lengthy video since we're going to take it all apart, but it should be fun. So we're going to start with the bottom cover. And I'll remove the grip and the battery. Okay, put a little solvent on this washer so it can come out easier, and take out the film door. Now I do have a couple of videos describing the various processes with the Canon A-1 before. Not sure if there was a sound to it or just music, but this will be basically narrated, so it'll be probably easier for you guys to follow along here. Again, me personally, I don't necessarily recommend doing this yourself unless you have previous experience working with cameras in general and this specific model in particular. This is just a video showing you what I do, nothing more, and meant to be pretty much educational in that way. Okay, so there's our top cover here. I'm gonna desolder the X contact or the flash contact wire here from the top cover. And we've got our camera ready to be worked on now. So what I'll do first, I'm gonna have to remove this part of this leatherette. So I will apply a little bit of this solvent here to soften it up a bit. Be easier for me to remove it without damaging it. Alright. So I'm going to remove the viewfinder. 2 screws holding it. And I'll go ahead and remove this ASA contact assembly. Okay, I'm just gonna visually inspect the camera, make sure everything is still in place before we start desoldering the wires. Everything looks okay here. Okay. So 4 wires here, red, white, blue, and green. And a bunch of wires on this side here. Now, if you do decide to venture it yourself and disassemble the camera, please pay close attention to the wiring. Take a picture of it or diagram it one way or another so you can put it back exactly in the same spots you remove them from, because there's going to be a possibly an issue with something, I would say metering or accuracy, or even camera not releasing at all if one of those wires goes in the wrong spot. Okay. All right, now we've got the wiring completely desoldered, and we will remove this plate here. Two screws on the back holding the front panel, and 1 screw on the front. So I've got a couple of screws here as well. Comparatively, Canon A-1 is easier camera to work on when it comes to removing the front panel. And I'm comparing it with AE1 and or Canon A-1 program even. But when it comes to replacing, let's say, the film sprocket, is going to be a much more complicated venture. So let's go ahead and get into it here. It's much easier now to remove the leatherette. Comes off a lot easier here. Okay, so I got 2 screws here, 1 and 2. So once that is out, I do believe that everything else has been removed, and we can carefully remove the front panel. There we go. I'll put away the shutter side of the camera for now, and we'll work on, yeah, it's pretty bad. This one's not too bad. As a matter of fact, it's actually wouldn't require lubrication, but we'll take care of it anyways, just to be on the safe side. All right. Okay, before I start lubricating the A unit and the mirror, I'd like to clean the contacts, A contacts here. And the magnet as well. Okay, put a little solvent here in the screw so it doesn't stick up over time. All right, so now we can lubricate these 3 gears here. Main gear, all right, and then 4 gears on this side. All right, I'm gonna let it sit here for a second. Now I'm gonna work on lubricating these shutter bearings too. Again, shutter speed is actually really accurate on here. I'm not gonna have to do any adjustments, but I will have to lubricate it just a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look and see if it's sounding better. Much better. There's no squeal or noise of any kind. And on here there wasn't any before, and it still sounds good. All right, let me just lubricate this spring assembly as well a little bit. All right, I think we're ready to put it back. Okay, as I insert the front panel into the cavity here, it actually drops my mirror, which tells me that it has been properly installed. I will just put one screw here for now, and I will manually charge it and release it to make sure it's engaging right. Right, there we go. Things seems to be in order mechanically. Now we'll put everything back together. Okay, we got all the screws. Now we'll put some glue on this leatherette. Okay, we'll get some extra glue now. Now this side. Okay. So what I'm doing here, I'm just organizing these wires to make sure they're all out and exposed so I can solder them back. And it looks like they are all in the right places. So let's put this plate back in here, and a washer. I'm not gonna tighten it quite yet until I'm done with this side completely. Now I'll start soldering the wires. We got red, white, blue, and green, so we're good here. Okay, so our wires are all in place. Okay, we're gonna put this flex contacts back here. Clean them with alcohol. Two screws in the back. And the viewfinder. Okay, we've got our ASA contacts. So I think everything that we're after is been taken care of. I'm gonna run an electronic test of the camera, make sure everything is releasing for now. So we're charging this. Okay, and I'm gonna look at the shutter speeds, sure the indication matches the setting. Everything looks okay. It's a 1 second speed. Let's test that one out real quickly. Okay, all right, everything seems to be okay. I'll put this one back. Okay, looks like our plastic mirror, actually rather window, came off. We'll put this back and secure it carefully. All right. Yeah, it looks like this side there's supposed to be a rubber band between the left and the right side, securing the circuit board that wasn't there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab my rubber band and put it in place. There we go. That should put some extra support here in case of vibration, or extreme vibration I should say. Alright, so one last solder point would be this ground wire for the flash. All right. So basically putting everything back together from this point on the top cover. quick shutter speed test again, just to make sure everything is up to par, and we'll recommence in a second. All right. Perfect, okay. So the last thing will be cleaning the viewfinder and the mirror, and we should be good to go. Okay, so this is it for this camera. Thank you for watching.